And this is A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? We are back, baby! Baby! Welcome to A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition! Saturday night's live event on Sunday. Because we could not bring it to you live yesterday. We had way too much going on. We just got back into town. We flew 3,000 miles all the way across the country just to see one person, one fan, one subscriber. Okay, I can't back that up. I can't back up that claim. I want to make sure that we're sounding good and we're looking good. All right, looks good. It sounds good. I want to make sure that we are coming at you live in a living color. Who do we have in here? Let's just go ahead and also, before we do, I don't know if we have any moderators in here this evening. I know there's some other people that wanted to be moderators. B generally handles that aspect of it.
I think I made like 10 people moderators, and then I think I stopped because, 10 is a lot. And also, we've just been so busy. Like, we were out of town for a week, and we see how late we are. We haven't even got our reactions to you guys.
We got one up at you guys. And actually, the beginning of that was, in fact, a shout to Mari and Ohanga. So that is also where we were. We were on the East Coast.
East Coast.
And we were in Rhode Island. So right out of the gate, let's go ahead and acknowledge number one in line, Jedi Knight. We acknowledge you.
Acknowledged.
It is good to see you in here, Jedi Knight 88. Sophie Dopey. You've got that membership green. That looks good on you.
Look good on you, boo.
I'm liking that. Mm-hmm. What is going on, Zay? Yeah,
hey, what's up,
Zay, I love that. What up, Josh?
Josh in the house.
Who doesn't want the Fiend to return?
Come on, man.
I think it's just
There are some. Not people. I don't think not people in here, but there are some people out there who never like the Fiend, and it trips me out.
It's going to go down. You're right, Jedi Knight. I saw a little thing with Trish Stratus appearing in a WWE ring again, and I am excited. I want some Stratus faction. I mean, we want some Stratus faction.
I don't know why she didn't stay the last time she came. She was looking good. I don't see what the problem was.
The same with Lita. She's the one that said, I got plenty more left in the tank, and I'm not going anywhere.
I'm sure they
You seen Lita?
I'm sure they would if someone offered her a contract, but I don't think they were offered contracts. So I'm saying, why not? Why didn't they have them stay around?
They have a Legends contract. They can come and go as they please.
No, nobody does anything as they please in WWE.
I think they should have stayed, man. That's all I can say. What up, Khalid Muhammad? Ayush Mahatre? I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Jaden Winchester. You already know.
Jaden Winchester.
You already know. What's going on, Jaden? Mm-hmm. Who else we got up in here?
You said Khalid, right?
I did. Yes. Justin F242.
What's up, Justin?
What's up? Triple H is in the house.
Come on, Triple H, yeah.
Hashtag thank you, Triple H. Man, you making boss moves. And right. I can't wait. Speaking of, just saying. Triple H is in the house. Acknowledge Triple H. We appreciate you. And I'll tell Stephanie we said, what's up? Young Hicks. What's going on, Young Hicks? Good to see you in here. All right, we got some folks ready to get down. Carmelina, how are you? Robert Locust, Michael Tolbert, and we got King Swag. What's going on? Talk Paris Saint Germain.
What's up, man?
Love it.
Looking at all these people.
David Jr.
I'm trying to read some comments, but he's giving shout outs, so I can't read.
Sorry, yeah.
It's okay.
Because we want to make sure.
We want to address everybody and,
that we don't want to have any trolls in here. Now, we know what's going to happen. That means we're doing our job. Okay, we know what's going to happen. But I want to make sure that I get to the bottom of the list just in case we miss any spam.
Michael Talbot said Triple A.
Triple H. Gotta put that H in there. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Jody Bennett. Woo! What up, Jody?
What up, Jody?
And the Three Kings coming in hard with that super chat.
Three Kings.
Thank you so much, the Three
Muchas
Kings.
gracias.
Welcome back, A and B. We missed you.
We missed you too.
Thank you.
We did.
Thank you. Yeah, real quick, we were out of town. There was some stuff going on, but overall, the major issue was service. All right, cell service ain't even everywhere. I know that. Don't fall for the okie doke in those commercials.
Right.
Talking about coverage is all. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Coverage was bad. Wi-Fi was bad. So we wanted to bring it live to you.
Tried, man.
Just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
We just couldn't do it. And we weren't about to bring y'all some janky stuff. All right? Not going to do it.
Travis Wrestling was good this week.
What's going on, Travis McLean? How are you? I think I said Young Hicks. Ex-Neptune. Ex-Neptune. That's a super chat champ right there. Deontay. What up, Deontay?
Hey.
All right, so on button, missed you too. Love from Hawaii, thank you. And we were gonna go out to Hawaii too. Okay, I put a down payment on that, and we haven't had it happen. I think it was right before COVID. I want my money back. I mean, that's neither here nor there. So let's scroll down. Shawn Michaels is in the house. I know I'm sexy. I love it. Oh, we got some. It's about time because we know the people in WWE watch our stuff because week after week we see the change that we talked about on this show. So y'all know Michelle McCool should come back.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
We wouldn't be mad at it. We wouldn't
Did
be mad at it.
Did she do a Royal Rumble?
I think she did, right?
She did, right?
I think she did pop in.
The same one that the Bellas did.
What up, Roville Times? Good to see you. So let's talk about a couple things. First off, let's talk about this super chat right here. Dotarius Moore. Thank you. Just because. We love those super chats.
Thank you.
And seriously, you guys are super chatting to support us and our channel. We don't take it lightly. We thank you.
You are appreciated.
We are humbled by that. What up, King Swag? Oh, see that, everybody? See, we got Triple H and nothing much is being healthy. That's good, Shawn Michaels. That's good. We can appreciate that. We missed you all too. Day one, Young Hicks, Isaiah Smalls, baby.
Yeah.
Isaiah Smalls, how are you? All right, we did the shouts. 901 Shogun for life. And if you don't know, now you know. And we're about to get into that right now. Yeah, hit row.
Thank you, Brandon.
Hit row.
Come on, man. We got to talk about it.
If you don't know, now you know.
You should have just put it
Also, I can say is Hit Row is back in town. Hit Row's back.
Yeah,
Hit Row is back, baby. Come on now.
You know, it just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. Like,
come on, man.
Yeah, wasn't like.
Let's talk about these budget cuts for a second.
I knew you were gonna go there.
Let's talk about these budget cuts for a second. All right. You're over here talking about all kinds of budget cuts. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna move this over here, get a little more light. You're talking about budget cuts, right? For the last couple of years, been slashing the budget. Fire. And all along, and I think I said in one of our videos that we just reacted to, it all makes sense now. McMahon was over here doing these back deals, little hush money payments.
Right.
And that is why we had all these budget cuts. Because in fact, he was pilfering money from WWE to pay off all of these people. So it all makes sense, right? So go ahead and so maybe it really was budget cuts. Until you got cut, McMahon and Johnny Ace. You're out of here. And guess who's coming back? Hit Row.
I mean,
man.
It was, I I think every time now I'm just kind of speechless.
I don't know how you can't be. The OG3. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. The OG. Look, Swerve is okay. We dug Swerve. We miss Swerve.
We
Not
don't
gonna
miss
lie.
him too much. You can see him in AEW whenever you want to.
This is true. Not gonna lie. We do miss Swerve, but there's nothing wrong with the OG3. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and let me get that ticker up right quick. Boom, ticker in full effect. Yeah, look, this is for us, and we've discussed this. We were watching, I don't know what program, something on A&E, I think. It was biography. Might have been on Triple H or HBK, one of the two. Oh, no. It was about DX.
DX, right.
It was about DX.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, I see that super chat coming at you.
Coming at you.
They were talking about the birth of the Attitude Era.
Right.
The Monday Night Wars.
Right.
Because WCW was coming for blood.
Right.
Okay, they wanted to put WWE McMahon out of business.
And they were winning. I mean, it wasn't like they weren't. Like WWE was at a point where they were like, we may actually lose this. And it was DX who actually turned that around and actually caused WWE to win. Single-handedly, DX.
83 weeks, I believe is what it was. Kicked their arse up and down. But more importantly, is they were playing dirty.
Yeah.
And you didn't know what to expect every time you watched Monday Nitro. And so WWE had to do something, and that's when the whole Attitude Era came into being. And then week after week, you did not have a bathroom break on either show because you didn't know what was going to happen, and you didn't want to miss it.
And here's the thing. That was because of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, because Vince McMahon was not on board with that in the beginning.
True.
So when you watch the background and you see that Shawn and Triple H are the ones who actually turned it around back then, those are the two who are turning it around again.
And it just goes to show you how McMahon can be a bit petty, if you will, because you clearly had Triple H coming to him saying, hey, here's the ideas that I want to do. McMahon's like,
fine, here's NXT.
Here's NXT. Made it a success. And then what happens when NXT comes up on the main roster? Buried.
I know. As soon as Triple H went into the hospital, NXT just
slap a coat of paint on there, do some spackle,
got rid of everybody
color
that we love pretty much, and just threw all new people and expect us to connect to them for what? We don't know them.
For what? For why? But I'll tell you for what, for why. With that hard super chat, XX not today, JXX. Thank you so much.
XX not today, JXX.
We
Day.
appreciate
That's a serious day. Appreciate you.
So after about 3 weeks in charge, how are we liking Triple H's WWE so far?
Man, we're loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're loving it.
It
Because
is
this is
great.
what it's all about. Surprise.
And every week,
Surprise.
you're like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
The forbidden words that McMahon didn't want to use. We saw like Drew McIntyre, we're wrestlers in a wrestling ring. Let's just wrestle. I mean, dude, we're getting fresh matchups.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting actual stories being told again in the ring.
And even though I don't think they're about to, I'm not going to say what I think the outcome is going to be. But let me rephrase that. The fact that they have Karrion Kross in with this Drew and Roman mixture, I think is great for all three of them, including Drew. I think this match has become so much more interesting and gave it a new twist and dynamic, and he's been looking pretty damn strong.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny you would say that. Hold on. I think I saw, what was it? Oh, On Button. I'll tell you something about Hit Row's performance. I kind of dug it, but somebody else was a little more critical,
Okay,
I think, of
hold up.
B-Fab.
I am a fan of Hit Row, and I'm a fan of B-Fab. But on this particular concert that they did this last week, this couple days ago, I thought her bars were kind of weak. I did. I'm not saying it was awful.
She didn't have the bar, she said.
I'm just saying that dude, like, has mad skill, and she gets by.
Let me tell you something. All three of them drop bars. Drop bars on you. Dabbed on you.
Okay.
You couldn't take the heat, son.
You have to tell them what I said. You know, I'm trying to just make a comment with A over here. You're gonna tell the world.
No, you know what? I dug it. I like the fact that we talked about this, I think, a month or so ago. It's that much more exciting, not only because you don't know what to expect every time you turn on Raw or you turn on even NXT. A little Index is back. You know I love me some Index. All right.
I know
Smackdown.
You were so excited. We were like hoping that would mean that.
Then enters a new player, rips up the note by Dexter. Not cool, bro. Not cool. But seriously, like,
but
I'm
does
just
that mean
waiting.
Indy Hartwell's coming up to the roster?
I hope not.
How are you going to have Index on two different shows? You're going to have her visiting and him visiting back and forth?
Happen.
Yeah, there's no reason that he can't appear on NXT and she can't appear on the main roster.
Absolutely not. I'm telling. See, this is what I'm saying. The excitement, because you just don't know. All you have is a hand with a glove on it. You know it's Dexter. Have that hand with a glove on NXT, and then guess what? Guess who's gonna pop up on Raw? Who wants to help defend her man? When the police come a calling, taking away Dexter and Ronda, here comes Indy Hartwell. I'm just saying, it's exciting.
If they bring Indy up, you might as well bring Johnny back. And Candace and have the way.
I'm not mad at that. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, bring back the leader of Hit Row.
What if Johnny
Tough one,
and Candace
David.
come and back up Austin? What if it's a different kind of way reunion?
You know, I wouldn't be mad at that.
That would be crazy.
I wouldn't be mad at that. That actually would be kind of cool. Because I really did dig the way.
I know you did.
And because Triple H is in charge, there were so many people who were like, I'm never going back to WWE so long as that man is in charge.
Mm-hmm.
The culture is changing. It's going to take some time for, everything to get put into place. But Triple H is wasting no time in making that change.
I could see that happening. I could see him being out there being in trouble and Johnny and Candace come out there to his rescue. I mean,
because at this point, I feel like Johnny and Candace, they've outgrown NXT. I think they're definitely main roster ready.
They're not going to go. They're not with NXT. They're free agents right now.
What I'm saying is they left NXT.
Right. So
you would think they would go back.
No.
But I don't think that they are.
No, you wouldn't.
I think they're main roster.
Yeah, they're for sure going to be main roster. It's who's main roster?
I wouldn't mind seeing them on SmackDown. I feel they're a SmackDown group. But it doesn't even matter because you can pop on any show. Really.
True.
Technically, like you have the Usos on Raw, but where were the Usos on SmackDown?
Right.
Left your boy all by his lonesome. Didn't have the special counsel. Had no bloodline.
He had Sami Zayn.
Did he though? He did. He did save him. He did push him out of the way. He took that Claymore like a man. I will give Sammy that. Or yeah, I guess. Yeah, Sammy, congratulations. You saved the tribal chief. Which I guess is a way to kind of get back in your good graces because you did not win that IC title #1 contender spot like my man Fella. She was all excited about that. She really loved Sheamus winning that. I cannot wait to see Sheamus and Gunther go at it.
I really can't either. That was who I was going for, 1,000%. Gunther is a hard hitter.
He's a wrestler.
And he's a wrestler. And Sheamus is one of the toughest son of a guns. I mean, that jar of mayonnaise is no joke. As John Cena used to call him.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's going to be amazing.
That is hilarious. David Jr., you going to SmackDown live in Detroit is awesome. And you already know. Make a sign. Do two signs on, flip it, but get that A and B in big, bright, bold lettering. You will be featured, my friend, in one of our videos. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed.
Jeff Jarrett was released from WWE. I didn't know he was under contract with WWE.
Well, I mean,
I've seen him on other stuff.
Jeff Jarrett is kind of a free spirit at this point. I was actually surprised.
Kind of like Booker T, because you'll see Booker T at other promotions too.
Shawn Michaels, you're going to be at WrestleMania 39. Excellent. Are you going to wrestle? Are you coming out of retirement? I would love to know. I would love to know. Hang on.
Super chat.
All right, we got a super chat here. XX, not today's JXX. You say y'all can just call me Jordan J. I gotta remember that. Can you remember that?
Okay, Jordan J.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
try
try
to
and put
remember
that together. Yeah, it's J. So when you say today J, it's Jordan J.
I'm gonna try to remember that. It's a little hot right now. I'm gonna try to turn on the
It
AC
really is hot under these lights,
because
y'all.
we don't have the fan going. She has some allergy issues. Plus, she's got some tooth issues. B's not well. She's not.
I'm never well, but you know what? I always feel better when I'm here with each and every one of you.
All right, Jordan
Thank
J.
you for showing up.
Thank you so much for that super chat. We
Appreciate
appreciate you very, very much. Khalid, yeah, I think you said that. Not the dab. Yeah, I dabbed on her. Okay, she was talking smack about B-Fab. And she
I was
B-Fab.
not.
She B-Fab.
I was not talking smack.
I think we need to try to get B-Fab on the show.
You can, but I'm still the head B on this show, baby.
Fair enough. I guess this is the original B-Fab over here. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about this.
Anthony.
Let's pull this up here because you make a very interesting point. Let's talk about the women's tag team tournament. If I can just get out of that. Wow, what is happening here? Where'd it go? All right, let's talk about this. Let's take a look at this right here. The women's tag team championship tournament. Now you had Tamina and Dana. I didn't in any way, shape, or form think they were going to go the distance on this. I thought they looked good as a tag team. I enjoyed it. I wasn't mad at it. Io Sky, Dakota. Obviously, we knew that matchup, how that was going to turn out.
Right. Those are the favorite to win, we know.
Nikki Ash and Doudrop, and I believe Triple H is talking to Doudrop about getting her name back because this Doudrop has got to go. So I would love to see Piper Niven, Alexa and Asuka. Alexa and Asuka prevail.
Right.
Again, digging, loving, personally, the tag team of Alexa and Asuka. I like them both. On the other side of this,
I would have liked Alexa and Liv. I really would. I mean, I know Liv is a champion and everything, but I just think they'd be such.
We gonna talk about Liv. We gonna talk about Liv.
I know
because we got some word. We feel some type of way. Raquel and Aaliyah going against Xylee and Shotzi. I like the tag team of Xylee and Shotzi.
So do I. I actually think I would have preferred that they won.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, but we seem to be favoring the heels a lot, so I don't know.
But interestingly enough, Raquel and Aaliyah, they seem to gel well together, and Aaliyah stepped up her game in that match. Like she came out the gate swinging, and I dug it. And then, as was mentioned, you had the pulling of Nikita out of here. There was a whole issue with her and her tag team partner. So in their place, in comes Toxic Attraction, Gigi and JC against Natalya and Sonya. And I don't know why they keep tagging Natalya up
with whomever. Like it blows my mind. She's a fine singles competitor, but again, in that match, she did okay. Way too many telltale, let me just do the nose thing. And, it was just very obvious to me. She did what she could do. But I like Sonya's music. I like her whole evil demeanor. But they came up short. And now we got Gigi and JC. So now we're in the semifinals. So we got Io Sky, Dakota Kai versus Alexa and Asuka. On the other side, Raquel and Aaliyah versus Toxic Attraction. Who do you like in this? Who's coming out of this? I think that it's going to be Dakota and Io, right? But I think it may be against Toxic Attraction.
Really?
It may be Toxic Attraction. I mean, they fight better than Mandy does. They do.
I mean, she's not wrong.
And I'm just saying, that would be a good match. If they fight each other like they did back on NXT, that would be a good match. Now, not that Aaliyah doesn't know how to get down, but the Aaliyah before Triple H was just there like a Norman Johnson, just coming in just to lose or whatever. I like that they actually gave her a little win and gave her a minute with Raquel, but her and Raquel are not a tag team. So Toxic Attraction is an actual tag team. And now They haven't given themselves a name yet, huh? EO and Dakota.
No,
Sky.
I don't think they have. Yeah.
So they're obviously also going to be a legitimate tag team.
They could borrow from Ronda. They can call themselves the baddest bitches on the planet. It's a family show, but that's the baddest woman on the planet. The baddest women on the planet. I guess you could go. Well, we're going on the TV 14, so I don't know. Give me either or. No, you're right. That's probably the biggest problem with this tag team tournament. But I mean, it is what it is because the women's division was dismantled essentially right before our eyes. So they had to throw these people together. Like, first off, we're thrilled with the fact that they didn't just get rid of and throw away the tag team championships. Like, we were asking, like, where's the tournament?
Yeah. We've been asking.
If you got to throw some women together to be in a tournament, like we've seen this happen before, so be it. We just want to see these women's tag team championships be brought back to the forefront. And now that Triple H is in charge, we're going to see some more women come up. I mean, it's going to happen. I am a fan of Zoe Stark. I'm a fan of Nikita Lyons. And I was really looking forward to them being in this tournament. The fact that they got pulled kind of sucked. But they're still on the roster.
Right.
So it's just a matter of time, or as Karen Cross would say, I almost said Chris Cross, as Karen Cross would say, a matter of TikToks before we get more women in this division. I'm excited. Ultimately, though, I got to be honest with you. I know the odds-on favorite is Io and Dakota. I know this.
I know this, man.
And I also know that for me, I prefer to see Toxic Attraction as the trio. And I want to see him back with Mandy Rose in NXT. Not to mention the fact that Toxic Attraction they're still a little rough around the edges. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. I don't think they're quite ready for prime time yet.
Oh no, I don't think they're gonna win the belts. But I think that they might win this next match and go on to face them and then go back down to NXT.
I'm saying I think we might get the swerve. Would be the swerve. We might get the swerve and have Toxic Attraction win the whole dang thing.
You think?
Because, like I said, the odds-on favorites are, but I think...
Well, you might be right. Let me tell you why. Because the whole point of the faction would be for Bayley to have the title and these two, clearly, to have the tag team. If they get belts before she gets a belt, unless they all get belts the same night, that doesn't make her look like the strongest leader.
Exactly. The head has, just like with the bloodline. Reigns
got the title first.
And then he brings in the Usos. Y'all go get that gold.
But I think that so let's say Toxic Attraction is swerves and they take it. And then like all of us think, as soon as they win, the music hits. And you got the boss, you got Naomi coming out. We want a match for those. We want our rematch. We want it now. Then they just take them right back.
I think that can work. I think it would have been interesting if Io or Dakota, if it was just like two, like Bayley and either Io or Dakota, and they won because, Bayley and Sasha got that history. There's no heat at all. Like, there's nothing with Io and Dakota. Maybe if they came out and Bayley kind of stepped up, I don't know, but I think you're right. I think it makes more sense for Toxic Attraction to win it. Music hits, ring the bell. Once again, women's champions, Naomi, Sasha Banks.
Well, you're right. So then they come out, they want their rematch, and they're going to get it right at that moment for whatever reason. And like you said, Bayley comes out, or Bayley tries to get involved, and then Bianca's music hits. Bianca comes out. So now you have Bianca as champ, and you have Sasha and Naomi as the tag team standing behind her and their faction, because that makes way more sense than Alexa and Asuka. I mean, I know you like them together.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, they're not
a tag team.
They're not a tag. But Alexa's also kind of her character's kind of floundering right now. Like, there's no real direction with her.
They need to bring back the Fiend or something. I don't know, and do what they did with her before. There was no reason they should have ever ruined that in the first place.
Yeah.
And furthermore, I just want to say that if they do that and they do exactly what we said, then we're going to know for a fact that they want to charge. Because we keep saying stuff and then it's just happening.
It's just
left
happening.
and right.
It's just happening. And clearly we got Triple H and HBK in here. HBK, you just got a promotion. Okay? I need you two to confer.
That's the same account. HBK took.
Let's make this happen. To answer your question to me, yes, we did. We actually have a few reactions for you. We've just
been so busy.
Posted one. We got another one that's about to drop, and we got some other ones that are about to come up too.
Yeah.
We have an interview that we're going to do. We got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys, so we appreciate your patience. But I'm digging it in my Pat McAfee voice. That's hilarious, Blue Rose.
Darian Thomas has news for us.
All right, let's see.
He did your boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That's cute.
You did. And I didn't even create that, so I can't be mad at you. Let's see, Anthony Soley, how are you? So Darian, what is the news?
See what's the news?
Let's do a quick some scrolling.
Let's see.
Drew drop more like gumdrop. That's kind of funny. I don't know yet, but I see we got a super chat right here. Let me go ahead and get that before I keep scrolling.
Right here. Andrade, Braun Strowman, and a wrestler from Impact, can't say who, have been in talks with Triple H. Well, Andrade makes total sense. Why wouldn't he want to come back and be with his wife? But he's doing well there, though. So I don't know if he would do that right now. I don't know what his contract with AEW looks like.
I mean, yeah, that's a good question.
Braun
I wouldn't be mad at that. Braun, yeah.
I totally believe. Yeah. I mean, that was one of the ones that I was very, very upset about. I mean, I was upset. I am a Braun Strowman fan, and it didn't make any sense. They ruined him with that stupid green slime thing with Shane, and then make him look ridiculous, and then fire him. They owe him to bring him back and to correct what happened.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, actually. I mean, make some talks happen, Jack. Mm-hmm. Sophie, you make a very interesting point. I want to get to that in a second. Super chat right here. Toxic Attraction and Io Sky and Dakota Kai in the finals at Clash at the Castle, and Sasha and Naomi return after that match. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay? Make wrestling exciting again by just not knowing what's going to happen. You don't want to leave your seat. Yeah. You don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
That is that anticipation. Like you're watching a horror film. Like, what's about to happen next? I don't know. I'm scared, but I you know.
And Bianca will have to come to their defense because Bayley is going to get involved.
Oh, for sure.
So Bianca's going to have to come to their defense.
For sure.
And that makes sense because Bayley is still going to be in the run for the title anyway. So
for sure.
Yeah.
The numbers game is not in their favor. So yeah, I definitely think Bianca should get involved. Thank you for that super chat.
Yes, thank you
very much for that. Yeah. Sophie Dopey is not a fan of Nikki Ash or Nikki ASH. Neither is she. I think you all know that. But I'm also kind of saddened because at this point we have to acknowledge this. This is a former women's champion. Whether or not she deserved the belt or not is a whole other conversation. She's a former women's champion. She did the superhero gimmick that she's sticking with. We still love Shane Helms.
Still talking about this?
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
First of all,
Rousey was a superhero. We have some superheroes on this roster.
We did.
I want to see her get that push. I don't know if the superhero gimmick is going to continue. I like it when she does.
Get a push?
I like her when she wears the darker outfit because it kind of reminds me of Black Adam. You know, and I wouldn't mind The Rock coming out as Black Adam and then teaming up with Nikki ASH. WrestleMania next year, right here in Los Angeles. Book it. Mixed tag team.
Speaking of WrestleMania, can we just vent for a second? Tickets went on pre-sale while we were on vacation. We go in there.
We try to go in there. Again, service is trash.
We're trying to get in there. We're trying to see what tickets are available during pre-sale. Like you said, there's no service. So I said, you know what? We'll have to come back in here tomorrow when we're somewhere where we have better connection to get some tickets. They basically sold out during pre-sale.
We can't seem to find anything that we can sit together. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're not paying a grip. Okay, not doing all that craziness.
We might pay a grip if we could sit together. There wasn't even 2 seats. Like I was just asking for 2 seats for both nights, and it said nothing available.
So we want to do live. So Triple H and HBK, can you please?
We are still trying to go. We do want to be able to go and bring you guys with us and show you what's going on and all of that. And we're working on getting press passes so we could actually go back and interview the wrestlers. So we are still working on that, but we're just letting you know because we've been saying since for 2 years now, we're going to be there live since it's in Hollywood. We didn't expect them to sell out during pre-sale. So
yeah,
we're
still working on it. We still got
some
time. If not, at the very least, we'll be in a live watch along, which would suck because it doesn't come out in LA very often. We really want to make this happen. So with that said, 3 Diglets coming in hard.
Diglets in the house.
Bam! Alexa character is done for. Ooh. And even if Le Fiend, is that anything like Le Champion? Even if Le Fiend returned, I wouldn't want him paired up with her. He's better off alone. And Gigi Dolan got my heart, though. I'm not mad at that.
Gigi Dolan is good.
Thank you for that big super chat, 3 Diglets.
Yeah, I think that they could probably figure out something else with Alexa. The only reason I say that is because her being this weird in-between space is not working.
No.
She was never as popular as she was with this. Let's just be honest. That's just I just would like creative to figure something out, because that's a hard act to follow. And I understand that may not be something that she could go back to, but she can't stay where she is. This is not working.
No, it's not working at all. The fact of the matter is she carries this doll at this point for no good reason.
Yeah.
The doll has no place with her character. She doesn't do anything like she did before with the Lily character and her. It just doesn't make any sense. Well, it would make
more sense if she was trying to be better and she was this in-between place, but then ever so often she just kind of zoned out and got creepy again.
That would. And
you would just see like that little possession come out, but then she doesn't even know what's happening. You know what I mean? And she
doesn't even do that.
But that's because I'm saying, like, if creative could, I think they could still fit that back in there. That doesn't need to be her full-blown character, like how Gray has a dual character. She could have, like, where she's trying to, did therapy really just completely cure her?
Are we even talking about that right now? Did the therapy, how...
they did this therapy for a couple of weeks, and then next thing you know, she's just
was dropped.
Stuck in between somewhere. So I think her being possessed a little here and there would give her an edge because.
So with Gigi Dolan got your heart, so I guess you're on board with Toxic Attraction winning this whole thing. Fair enough. Thank you, 3 Diglets.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that super chat.
Who is this one?
That's coming down the pipe.
Okay.
Dro. Hey, Dro. Did we miss you?
Hey, Dro.
Good to see you. You said, let me see. Brock is back. Across the text rings, we hear Brock's music. Brock saves Reigns. We tag. Brock saves and cross that crown jewel. Interesting. I'm pretty sure Brock's not going anywhere anytime soon. He pops in. He pops out. Cowboy Brock seems to do what Cowboy Brock wants to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't even think he really cares if he has a title or not. He just wants to have fun at this point.
Yeah.
Cause a little bit of havoc. Maybe get a crane this time.
Yeah, honestly,
lift the whole arena. I don't know.
He just wants to give the world something to talk about.
So interesting. Thank you for that, Dro. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Let me get to that other super chat that I see right here. Oh, Shawn Michaels is out. All right. Oh, thank you, Shawn, for coming in.
Thanks
Talk to Triple H. Talk to Stephanie, and we will hit your music. Oh, Shawn, I think I'm cute.
Ronda Rousey found. Does anybody know about Ronda? What about her?
Well, I think she bailed out, if I'm not mistaken, right? She bailed out of
she's not in jail.
Out of jail. I think she bailed out. So I think she's fine. I thoroughly enjoyed seeing that.
I actually am surprised she's here. I actually thought she came back for a while and was just like, okay, I did it, but I want to go back. Because she looked like on her little behind the scenes channel she has, it looks like she was having a hard time being away from the baby, or even like leaving the baby to go perform. And so I thought maybe she was going to be like, I'm just going to take a rest. But she's not.
I mean, I'm still not a fan of hers, but I appreciate the fact that she's got this now. I want to be here. You can't tell me what to do. Laying hands on it. Basically, every week she chooses violence.
And the audience is digging it. They're digging it.
So maybe it's working. I don't know. We got another super chat right here with X Neptune. All right.
Neptune in the house.
X Neptune. Good to see you. Let me go ahead. This is serious. Do you think WWE should make a light heavyweight champion for smaller competitors?
Absolutely. The Cruiserweight division
They had it.
should have never been separated, because it is, first of all, Ricochet would wear that all day.
All day.
Anyone in his class, he would be all day, right? He kind of reminds me of Coco Beware in that way. Like, he's just so talented, but he's just not a big dude. And when we had the Cruiserweight division, it was doing very well.
Yeah.
Then you decided to try and go and give it its own show, and it didn't work. But so then bring it back. Don't take away the Cruiserweight division. It was necessary, and it's still necessary. So I think that's a great point. Glad you brought that up. Triple H, if you're watching, please consider bringing back the Cruiserweight division. You have time for it on Raw, which is a 3-hour show.
You do.
We all vote yes.
Yes. Because we were thrilled when they had the video package for the Intercontinental Championship and showing that history, because we kept saying for so long that title at one point held weight.
It meant a lot. And
that
then they started.
You strove for it.
Yeah, and then they started putting it on the pre-show. Who puts a title on the pre-show?
That's insane. That's insane.
And most pay-per-views don't even have all the titles. When's the last time you've seen all the titles going up on pay-per-views? You're giving us matches that aren't even for anything, and then have title match people sitting at home with their titles not working. I'm hoping that's all going to change now.
I think not only should they have a light heavyweight, let's bring back that Cruiserweight division. We've talked about this as well. Give the women something else to strive for. Look, we played it at the beginning of one of our other videos. I think it was the other live. Stephanie and Triple H, they were there. You all are, in fact, the same as...
Crusher. Come here.
She feels some type of way.
Yeah, she agrees.
Bone Crusher feels some type of way. Come on up here, Bone Crusher. She feels the same way.
Tell them what you want to say, Bone Crusher.
Okay, this is a female right here.
So
she agrees. She feels passionate about the women's division, right?
Yes.
Right, good girl?
Type of way.
You need to give these ladies a mid-card title as well. Plain and simple.
For sure.
Give them something else to fight for.
Yeah, because, although I was going to say with Liv, Ronda is her size. But it's a big difference between Nia Jax and Charlotte and Bianca and Rhea. And then you have Nikki Ash, you have Liv, you have Alexa Bliss, and they are half their size. Now, in the professional wrestling world, you've always seen stuff like that with like Rey Mysterio going against Big Show and stuff like that. But in order to give these smaller people an honest chance to have a decent title run, they should be fighting someone in their same weight class. And there's weight classes in UFC for both the men and the women. If the women, like you said, are equal, they should also have a cruiserweight division.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. Give them something to fight for. And then once the women's division is a little, more beefed up, we got some more legit tag teams. Get a second set of women's tag team championships again, just like the men, unless.
Well, if you do the cruiserweight, they may not need to do the second set if they do the cruiserweight belt.
What I'm saying is, unless they are legitimately going to keep the unified men's tag team championships. Like, it's not going to be any more Smackdown and Raw.
Right.
It'll just be one set.
Yes. If they're leaving the belts like that, then they don't. Yeah.
Like legit.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I'm curious about that. X Neptune, thank you.
Thank you
very much for that, Bone Crusher. I didn't mean to get you so excited. She was very, very passionate about the women's division. Can you imagine the reaction, Sasha? And yeah, we can. We know it's going to be off the chain. And we all know at this point, it's just a matter of time.
Oh yeah, it's not like we're surprised they're coming back. We're all just waiting for them to come back. It just makes sense to me at this point. If they haven't done it, if they didn't enter them into this tournament, which they did not, they are for sure coming back after the tournament. to challenge the winners.
George Louis. So the match between Control. So they're called Control. Okay, fair enough.
What is called Control?
Control.
Who is?
Is it WWE just made the match between Control versus Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss and Asuka? So it's Control. I'm saying Control
They're called Controls? Did they say that on the show at some point and I missed it? I do have ADHD, so.
Darian Thomas can assist with the tickets. Let's talk about that.
What?
Let's talk about that. Okay, money's no object. No, I'm just kidding. Money is an object.
Yeah, I actually am assuming that they were bought up by third parties, and I'm going to have to go through a third party and find and see what we could do. I'm assuming at marked up tickets.
Oh yeah, Molly was a her. Yeah, she was a superhero too. Exactly.
Oh yes, she was.
Yeah, see, the superhero gimmick can work. It's a little cheeky.
But we're in a different era.
Fair enough.
You have to think about that too. I think
Fair
the
enough.
Attitude Era changed a lot because all of that was going on prior to the Attitude Era, right?
For the most part.
For the most part, and so Hurricane wasn't. Hurricane was
he
later.
was in there, but still.
But I mean, yeah, I know you guys see all those memes when they're going around now with like, you say professional wrestling, isn't real. How do you explain this? And then you'll see like Doink the Clown coming out, and then you'll see like Hornswoggle,
Snake Charming.
Oh my gosh!
With Santino Marella.
Oh my gosh!
That was.
I'm like, whatever. I still think it's fun. I'll be watching them like, this is why I love
Wrestling
this show.
It's real. It's real to me. Dang it. Super chat right here. What is going on with that super chat? They need to bring back 2017 to 2019 Alexa Bliss. Come on now. That was a good, solid Alexa Bliss.
That was the what was she? Bliss.
Well, I know was that Little Miss Bliss at that point?
Was that Little Miss Bliss? I was gonna say, I think that was Little Miss Bliss, and she had like the little skeleton gloves and stuff like that.
Yeah, she was
kind
fire.
of like a little Joker-ish, like
fire.
a Harley Quinn-ish. Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, I for sure think that she could have went back to her Harley Quinn-esque thing, but then again, Liv kind of has the Harley thing going on too, which is why I thought they'd be such an amazingly good-looking and equally paired tag team, legit tag team. And I still hope they do that with them one day.
Oh man, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you. This one is really funny. The Three Diglets. Thank you for this big super chat right now. Right now, you're in first place as the super chat champion. Have fun in the slammer, Ronda. Ba-boom.
Ba-boom.
Although again, I think maybe she didn't bail out because I know she paid her fine last week, as she said in her own words, and then some.
Well, maybe she didn't have the bail money.
Maybe she didn't have the bail money. She might need to call Dog the Bounty Hunter on that one. I don't know. She might have skipped bail.
She would be running prison anyway. Nobody gonna step to her.
That is hilarious. Thank you so much for that big super chat.
Yes.
We acknowledge you on that. Thank you. Wow, that is fun and slammer. What do you think about Reigns becoming a champion? We're good, Nixon. We are good. I don't know. I mean, right now you saw the promo that Reigns dropped with Drew. And like you said, like if you've been living under a rock the last few years, my man's been running the place. I wasn't sold on him at first. I was a hard sell on Reigns, but he won me over.
I wasn't. I have been a fan of Reigns since day one. Shield all the way. I wasn't even a fan of the Shield, but I was a fan of him in the beginning. And then ultimately I did become a fan of the Shield. But he always, because we always let you know, we were there in person when the Shield came out of the audience. And we're like, why are these people coming out of the audience? This is supposed to happen. And
she was a fan of grabbing his sweaty bicep. That's what she was a fan of. I'll keep bringing that mess up to the cows come home.
Anyway, and if you haven't seen my reaction video to Roman Reigns coming back after fighting leukemia, and many of you know that we had a child who fought cancer. So when he went to fight leukemia, that was near and dear to our hearts. And I was just, my heart went out to him and his family. So his return, if you want to see me go crazy, you could see when he first came back, and it was Braun and Bray in a match, and he came back, and
she lost her mind.
I lost my mind.
I don't know if she lost her mind quite like with The Rock showing up. We were at Staples Center. It was called Staples Center. I will not refer to it by its current name because it's the dumbest name in the world. It will always be Staples to me. And we were at the 20th anniversary of Smackdown. She had an out-of-body experience. Out of control. Out of freaking control. That's all I'm going to say. Zay, I like the idea of a draft. If they're sticking to the official brand split, like we're just there, but obviously people will just show up wherever they show up. I'm fine with that. I like that because we're seeing some new matchups right now. We're seeing people fight people that they really haven't fought in a while, if at all. It's making that exciting. So I wouldn't mind splitting some things up. With Triple H at the helm, it can't go wrong. Like it just can't go wrong.
And Sophie Dophie, I think that John Cena and Edge could still be a possibility because John Cena has already said that he does want to come back and do some more wrestling. I don't know if he was just saying it because they all say it or if he meant it, but I don't see that would be off the table to never happen at some point. Oh, I sound like a rooster.
Me because of my cataracts. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen with John Cena.
But you don't want me to call Goldberg Oldberg. But you already got John Cena with cataracts.
I'm just saying, man. You don't bury Goldberg is what you do. Bury the man. You already put him in the old folks' home.
He buried himself.
Ouch. Big super chat right here again by 3 Diglets. Come on now. Yeah, you got everybody against the ropes right now.
Yeah.
Not sure if you spoke about it yet, but what are your thoughts about the new Fiend teasers for Clash at the Castle? The official song for Clash at the Castle is called Run, and Maxine Dupree with her Wyatt post. I mean, I'm down for it. I'm digging it. I don't know if Clash at the Castle is the right venue for Fiend return, personally, because it is overseas. I think it should happen here. But if it happens, it happens.
I also thought that once Karrion Kross came out, I thought that the vignettes were about him.
Yeah.
So I didn't really start thinking that they were for the Fiend. I kind of stopped thinking they were for the Fiend. So if the Fiend comes out, I would be genuinely surprised.
Yeah.
I really would be. And as far as Maxine Dupree, I gotta tell you, I like her with Los Lotorios. Mm-hmm. I would love her with them. I think that she looks good with them. There's no reason for there to be two different Duprees out there with the male models. And the male models she leaves and goes to them, and they could have a nice little something going on. But
can we talk about
hope
that for a
she
second?
does.
This maximum male model business, I'm still not quite sure what's going on there. But the fact that they got essentially dismantled by Hit Row, I can appreciate. I love to see like top go against top, but at the same time, you kind of lowered the stock of the models.
Yeah, no, they for sure lowered the stock of them, which is why I'm saying if they move Maxine over to Los Lotorios, and then they, you know what I'm saying, brother against sisters teams go at it, it would be a little more equally matched, I think.
They did it with Stephanie and Shane. Like I wouldn't be mad at that. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that. So
just a thought.
Yeah, great super chat. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
I mean, that is 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
An hour went by so fast.
Why not? That's 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Woo! Sorry, I was gonna clap, but the dog was like on my hands.
Yes, George, we are not going to get into the whole 24/7 title reincarnation of the old Hardcore Championship. We know that's what it was. Why they had Mick Foley come out and drop it on us.
Yeah,
that's why everybody laughed at it, because it was trash.
Yes.
The 24/7 championship looks like trash. The whole thing is trash. Just bring back the hardcore championship. Everybody loves the wing title belt. Okay, we know they dismantled it to make it look like, and it actually looked really cool with the tape and the. Just bring it back.
But
dude.
you know what? I don't know if he's actually going to get rid of the 24/7 title. I think right now the 24/7 title has been filler, right? But it is a great comedic backstage act. I think Triple H has so much going on that's not remotely on his radar right now. But I don't think he'll get rid of it. I just think he needs to get all this stuff out of the way. He's packaged so much into these shows. Whereas, like I said, 24/7 title is a filler title. So.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, Kayun, I saw your message. You make a very interesting point in regards to Ruby Soho. Don't love the way that she's being booked on AEW. I don't love it. She can sell a loss. She can sell a hit. I actually was expecting a little more from her. I'm hoping there's a long-term goal for her. But right now, yeah, I agree. I don't dig it.
I'm sorry, she's not that good. Her character is good. Her following over there was good, like the underdog. But when she gets in the ring, she's not that good. I'm sorry. Like I'll see her not connect. Like she's one of those people who will oversell something because you want to make it look like they connected. But if you didn't connect at all, I need you to not act like we didn't see you not connect or that person not connect with you. And so I feel like there's quite a few people who, if a move is missed, they will move on and they'll come back to it, and you could do it later. Even with Ronda and Liv, that awful match that they had, there was something that they were trying to accomplish, which they did at the end of the match, that they had been trying to accomplish so many times in the match, and they could not get the move to work, to where I was cringed watching it, going like, just do something else. Yeah. Like, whatever you're trying to do is not working at all. I don't know if you guys didn't coordinate. I don't know if y'all didn't really take enough time to go over the match. But like, that's why I felt like their last match was so cringy. And I feel like with Ronda, we know you could fight. We know you're a badass. We're all aware of that. But this is professional wrestling. So I need you to learn how to do a backflip off a rope. I need you to have a little fanfare with you. I need you to actually not just be like putting people in locks left and right in the middle of the ring, because that's high school wrestling. We are watching professional wrestling. I want to see a show. And I don't feel like Ronda gives a show in the ring. And I think that was part of the reason that her match with Liv was so awful, was because of her. Because she's not really a professional wrestler. She's a UFC fighter.
I mean, she stepped up her game a little bit. You know, she was trained by Natalya, but I'm not surprised because she was trained by Natalya. Natalya's inconsistent.
Sonya and Shayna, but Shayna doesn't hop around that much either. Sonya does more of like hopping off stuff and all that. Shayna doesn't really do that much either. Like, you don't see her doing backflips off the rope.
No, you don't have to. And my whole thing is, I don't really care really what you do, so long as what I mean is, so long as what we're watching looks legit. Look, the whole theater of pro wrestling is what we're watching is real.
Which is also using the ropes, climbing up, doing jumps, doing stuff like that. You should work it into your thing. If Bad Bunny can figure it out.
Not every pro wrestler is a high flyer. Like Natalya, she's not a high flyer. She just isn't. She's done it a couple of times.
And Natalya is boring to watch.
But she's more ground and pound. Just like Bret the Hitman Hart. He might have gotten up on the ropes, do a little elbow or something, but he was more ground and pound, technical wrestler. Wasn't the high flyer. Owen was more of a risk taker on the ropes. He would do those flips. He was a little more like that, right? All I care is when you connect, and like with you have the camera that's right up on you with the telephoto lens that's being televised, and we are watching a punch where you are about 6 inches above your opponent's head.
And you're like this. And the person's like, oh!
Like, seriously?
If you don't feel nothing.
Seriously.
If you don't feel nothing, don't fake nothing.
If you are telling me you can't take a light hit to your face, get out of the ring. Get out of the business. You do not belong in a pro wrestling. Unlace your boots. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Make it look legit, especially when the camera's right here, dude. We can see you. That's all I'm saying. Big super chat right here. Xavier. What is going on, Xavier? Thank you so much for that. As great Roman is... Oh, wait. I think she wants out. Hang on one second. Bone Crusher wants out of the studio. We have to... let me read this. As great Roman, can you say he had a legendary rivalry in his 10 years besides Brock, Cena, and HBK?
Yes.
Triple H, Edge, Orton?
Why would you say besides those people?
Let me say it again. As great Roman is, can you say he had a legendary rivalry? Legendary.
Yeah, in the 10 years, but he wasn't champion for 10 years. So, and which besides who?
Brock, Cena, HBK.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're tripping. Braun Strowman and him, flipping ambulances, and everybody was hating on Roman. He went to town with Braun Strowman. Yeah. Him and Braun Strowman with the distance week after week doing crazy stuff. And I mean, there was times where you thought he was dead and he just kept coming at Braun. That was one of the things that I thought Braun was so amazing too. I can't believe they ruined Braun, because that rivalry between Braun and Roman, I mean, that went on for a minute and it was so badass. Yes, for sure.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave her answer that.
And his rivalry with Kevin Owens wasn't bad either. I mean, I personally think that he's done a good job but it's not his fault that they fired everybody either.
Friendly Human 92, your question regarding Sasha and Naomi. The only reason I would want to see Naomi be a heel if she became a part of the bloodline. I don't see her being a bad person. I know they're on Team Bad and everything, but truthfully, she's not a good heel. I don't think she's a good heel. Sasha, yeah, but no. Naomi, not so much.
And there's no reason for Sasha to be a heel right now. There's too many heels, and if she is still teamed up with Naomi and they're coming back for the titles to finish out their title run, that's what everyone's going to want to see right now. You left as champions, everyone's going to want to see you as champions. So I don't see them being heel when you just brought, especially if you're going to bring up Toxic Attraction. Because Toxic Attraction is heel. And then you have Io Sky and you have Dakota Kai, and they're heel. So they're not going to come back heel.
Yeah, the heel to face ratio in that division is a little lopsided right now. I think they should remain face.
Plus you have Shotzi and Shai Lee are heels. Yeah.
That's a good point. What up, Roland Bird? Where you been, Roland?
Roland?
Come on, Roland.
Rolling.
No, we did not talk about Punk yet.
Talk about Punk, not yet. But we're going to because we've been on for an hour and we actually have some stuff that has to get done tonight. So, did you have something else before we go into Punk?
Well, there's still some more super chats.
I gotta get down to the super chat.
I saw the super chat right here, right there. Boom! Hot super chat from Jay. What do we think of Liv's title run? You know what? That's a good segue. I'm going to go ahead and put it up. I'm going to go ahead and put it up right now. Boom, there it is. What do we think of Liv's title run? I think this picture says it all.
What on God's green earth are we looking at here?
I don't know what's happening right now.
On God's green earth.
We were at Money in the Bank. We and the crowd cheered for this woman.
And like we said, we haven't posted this reaction yet, so you will actually hear us go into detail on the reaction. But that is one of the ways that they usually try to get a crowd's favor back on a face when they've turned on a face, is by having them be brutalized. So I think that they're trying to gain sympathy for her, but that's just making her look weak. So I just think I don't know what's going on. But she's not having a great run at all. She does not look strong at all. And I think that there's a reason someone's an underdog. Someone's an underdog because just like Nikki Ash, everybody wanted her to get the title. Everybody did not include me. But then when she got it, everyone, like, you're so excited because you have that underdog moment. But then the reason she's an underdog is because she can't carry the title. She doesn't deserve a title. And that is why. With Nikki Ash, are you kidding me? They turned on her the first night.
Yeah.
And they basically turned on Liv by the second night. They were on the fence the first night and turned on her by the second night. So you have to realize you're voting for somebody because they're the underdog. You're hoping they're going to have a Daniel Bryan movement. That's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare that you have the underdog have the kind of run that Daniel Bryan had. And so I think that we wanted that for Liv, but it was very evident early on that that wasn't about to happen.
I got to be honest with you. I'm digging her screaming, "I hate you." I don't know why, but I'm digging it because we're seeing a side of her that I think we need to see. We're seeing a dirty, gritty, just an angry, bitter almost, because we saw that crowd boo her out of the arena. Caleb Braxton's face said it all. And I think deep down inside, it's kind of like Lacey Evans when the crowd booed her as well. I think she internalized that a little more. I think it got a little real for her.
Yeah.
So I think these screams are a little real for her. But at the same time, we've also been wanting to see this Shayna Baszler back, this NXT Baszler back. She's a champion.
She's a champion.
And so you can't possibly tell, although if you have a hell of a match between these two, and I'm talking about blood, sweat, just gritty, and Liv is still able to come out victorious decisively, not eke out a victory, decisively.
Look strong.
This will help turn the tide. If we can't get that, it's time to pull that strap off.
It's time to pull the strap off. And put her with Alexa Bliss where she belongs, where they could be
That'd be a hell of a tag team. That'd be a hell of a tag team. And they kind of had that for a second.
Yeah, they have the same size, the same style. They have, come on, man.
Yeah, I think that for sure. Thank you for that, Jay.
Thank you.
Big super chat right there. I saw something. Hang on 1 second. I want to see. So there we go. There we go. Come on, Xavier. Come on. Oh, no, we already got that one. We already got you in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we already got that one. I saw one coming down here.
But still, thank you.
There you go, Dro. I think that's your first super chat, Dro.
What?
Okay, respect.
Mm-hmm.
Although we do acknowledge you.
Yes.
But we are going to acknowledge this, Dro. Thank you.
Yes.
AEW combos. Brock is back tonight. McIntyre attacks Reigns. Then we hear Brock's music. And Brock saves Reigns from the attack. Brock saves me. McIntyre crown jewel. Do you agree with me?
I mean, it would be so interesting for them to bring Brock back in when they just brought Karrion Kross into this. Karrion Kross isn't going to just sit back. So are we going to have the four of them going at it if that were to happen?
I don't know if I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you, and I kind of agree with her, and I'll be perfectly frank. I almost wouldn't mind seeing Kross and Brock cross paths.
Yeah, I agree, because I think that if Brock came out, I think Kross would be like, psh,
the only thing I
I'm
don't like
here
right now is, and I guess it's just a me thing, I'm used to more so seeing like this a one-on-one thing. And by one-on-one, it can even be like a tag team versus tag team or faction versus faction. But there seems to be like a lot of cooks in the kitchen. Like now we have.
don't like that? I love
like
that.
We had Roman and Drew. Now we got Roman and Drew and Kross.
But you also had Roman and Brock and Austin. I love it. You don't like that?
I don't know. It seems kind of because I don't know. Like I don't know
exactly. There should be so much going on that you're like, what? Where? Yes. Like
I don't know.
I don't know. I liked it.
I don't know. Interesting question. Thank you very much, Dro, for your very first super chat.
Dro.
We acknowledge you, Dro. Okay, Lashley. Oh, is this the breaking news? Leo Rush has been hinting at a return to WWE the past week. Okay. The 27-year-old, I'm assuming it's 27, could be 28. Either way, piece of gold. And I'm going to come back with Lashley. and we're going to dominate and collect. Okay? Bring it. Bring it. Y'all know I love me some Lio Rush. My man is straight fire in that ring. You cannot deny that. Chip on the shoulder. But man, yeah, I'm not finished with you.
Especially if they do a cruiserweight division.
Well, I mean, and if you remember when NXT did their invasion, who was on top of that tank right in the front? Lio Rush.
Mm-hmm.
My man was a player. My only thing is he needs to come in humble. Leo, if you're out there, if anybody's out there listening, talking to Lio Rush, brother, humility will carry you a long way. That will get you that respect. I'll put a K on the end of that. Get you that respect in the ring. I
also was just thinking about this. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins should have been an amazing rivalry that went on for a while. And because of situations and circumstances, they rushed it, threw it together before a pay-per-view, when that should have been something that played out, and it should have went back and forth. Yeah, it could have been a great rivalry.
Do you see Nia Jax coming back at some point?
No, her attitude from day one was like, "What an F you," right? Which, whatever, a lot of people are. But she hasn't acted like she wants to wrestle anywhere else. She hasn't remotely shown any kind of interest in any way.
It's almost somebody that's not humble. The opposite of
And
humility.
Considering how dangerous she was in the ring, she should be humble, because you weren't as skilled. You were just big. And there's a difference. You should be skilled as well. She had a great character.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Jedi Knight, Io, Shayna, Steel Cage. Yeah, we remember it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, these two ladies they brought the heat in NXT. They brought the heat. That's why we were so upset when we know what you're capable of, and you get brought over because McMahon clearly was burying you and you turn down the heat. That's disappointing to us.
Nobody is gonna forget the moment that Io Shirai put a trash can over herself and then just dove off the top of a cage and used herself as a weapon against all the women below. What?
Can't be mad at that.
What?
Can't be mad at that. Kaleo does everything. You know what? If Tennille Dashwood, a.k.a. Emma, does come back, I want her to come back like she has been shown on Impact and elsewhere.
With like the black.
I don't want this... stupid nonsense anymore.
I didn't like that at all, but I have liked her since she has gone to dark and stuff. I have liked her.
I don't want the Good Brothers coming back necessarily. I kind of like the fact that they are where they are and they kind of pop up on you know what I mean? Like other promotions.
I would love for there to be a crossover, some more crossover with Impact, and that they pop up over here and have AJ's back when needed.
I wouldn't mind. If we can make that happen, I think Triple H could. Super chat right here by Jake Thomas. Thank you so much, Jake Thomas. I love Liv Morgan. I just don't understand all the hate.
Yeah, I mean, we love her too. I mean, we were going for her, and we were, if you saw our reaction to her winning the Money in the Bank. I mean, we did a meet and greet. We have pictures with her. We told her when we met her that we were going for her. We believed she was going to be champion. We were just as excited as everyone else when she became champion. We were not for the crowd booing her. That we do not understand. We don't. This crowd is so. I'm telling you, our universe can be so toxic with how they treat people. We don't like what they did to Lacey. We don't like what they're doing to her with booing her like that. We wanted better for her. With that said, I can't say that someone's having a good title run when they're not. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't necessarily think it's her fault. Like I said, I think booking her with Ronda, I don't think Ronda's good as far as making someone else look good, as far as, you need to make your opponent look strong as well. I don't think it's her fault. I think it's a booking fault to a certain degree, but also she's the same size as Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks can kick some ass. So if Liv needs to figure out what she needs to do to get up to that level, she still should be coming in harder, and she shouldn't be eking by, barely getting a victory, looking this weak as a champion. So I still want her to succeed. That is our desire, is for her to succeed. But right now, it's not looking well.
No, No, not at all. But we'll see. We'll see how things go with her. Things could turn around. Jake Thomas, thank you for that super chat. Very, very much. I think there was might have seen another one come down here. Hold on one second. Hang on, I think I saw it. We got a lot of people who agree with you. Does nobody agree with me? Am I getting no love here? That's cool.
No, I think that was it.
Well, let's finish it up with.
So let's finish up with the CM Punk because.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk about this.
First of all,
let's talk about this situation right
now. CM Punk got a promo like nobody's business.
So I mean, they dropped some they dropped some gems on AEW, man. And I gotta be honest, I kind of agree with both of them.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't think Dean Ambrose was the weakest one in the Shield. I know that it was harder for him because having a crazy, his persona was that he's crazy, which is kind of still what it is now. He's just this bad boy crazy, right? That's not always as exciting, but he was liked in WWE. People were upset that he was leaving. And we're very happy to see him in AEW because we do want what's best for him. And he does have a huge fan base. So for CM Punk to say that he, was the weak member of the Shield, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that the Shield was a great team with 3 very strong people who have all gone on to be very successful. But it was still good. It's still a good insult. It was just a good insult. And I mean, then he's coming at, what's his name? Kingston. And Eddie Kingston is just not a well-liked guy. I mean, he's just not even just on camera, but behind the scenes, I don't think he has any friends other than John Moxley.
He's a straight shooter. But people just can't take it.
I'm sure I would get a kick out of him to a certain degree. But sometimes people use being a straight shooter as an excuse to just be an asshole. I said Ash, a Nikki asshole, and I'm just saying, Nikki asshole. And that's not the same thing always, because you could be a straight shooter without just being a jerk. And I've seen him talk about how many people he's not liked and not got along with throughout his wrestling career. And then you sound like the common denominator to me, bro. I'm just saying. But I do like Moxley. I do like him, but I like Punk now more than I ever did before. I do. I wasn't a huge fan of Punk back in the day. He was all right. I like him a little better now more than I did before. But the exchange was just good.
I like seeing Punk on the mic. I've always liked seeing Punk on the mic. Never really loved him in the ring, honestly.
No, he's
never dug it
in the ring.
And I kind of feel the same way about Mox. Mox is great on the mic. Mox has no problem going extreme. He has no problem bleeding or making someone bleed. I appreciate that. I like what they did with this whole championship business, having the interim because he was injured, having this whole thing. I dug it. So now you've got champion.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. Drop these heaters in the ring. That gets that excitement up. What's going to happen? I personally say Mox is going to come out on top. He's going to come out victorious because one-on-one in that ring, I don't think Punk holds a candle to Moxley.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with you.
Just saying.
I thought that pay-per-view was today.
I don't
know. This whole weekend has been one big blur.
Yeah, it has
I don't
been
even know what day
blur.
it is.
I do know we've got a super chat right here by X Neptune. Interesting
Hey,
question.
Neptune.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank
Who
you.
will win the Royal Rumbles? I don't know, man.
I mean, first of all, who all is going to come out in the Royal Rumbles?
Oh,
Can
no.
you imagine with Triple H in charge, who all is about to come out in the Royal Rumbles?
I can't even call it right now. I can't even call it.
No, it's going to be amazing.
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
so excited.
It would be a good time for Cena. It would be a good time for Cena to come back. I think if we have a healthy Orton, it'd be a good time for Orton to come back. I mean, again, he's waiting in the wings. Okay,
Yeah.
he's trying to heal up that back. But yeah, all these people
Is
that are
Cody
coming
going to
back,
be better by then?
it's possible. I know he needs that moment. That might be the toughest question of the night. I don't know, but good question, good super chat. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Dean Ambrose was the extreme one. Yeah, he was the extreme one.
Roland Bird said they were both talking facts. They were. That's always when it's craziest too, is when you're saying stuff, you're trying to cut a promo, but you're saying some stuff that you're trying to, you doing some digs in. You know what I mean? Like that Saturday Night Live when The Rock was on doing the Saturday Night Live, Dwayne Johnson, and he was doing with another guy and they were wrestlers. And The Rock was saying stuff like, "That's why your wife slept with that other dude." And he was like, yo, like, that's not cool, yo. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of like, that's what AEW kind of reminds me of these days.
Thank you. Good night, Sophie Dophie.
Good night. Yes, we're wrapping up
you.
too, you guys. We really appreciate you guys coming out and hanging with us. I
We
can't
are,
even
but I see
tell
another
you.
super chat.
But
Hold on.
we will get to this super chat before we go.
Hold on. Do y'all see that Tamina added red there? Yeah, we saw that Tamina
We sure
added that.
did, and we were really, really, and still are hoping that means something.
It better mean something.
Mm-hmm.
I know she said it's all about timing. What better time? Look,
Come on,
Reigns
Triple H.
was all
Come on, Triple
alone
H.
out there. What's wrong with having that heavy, just like a China? When we were watching that whole thing with DX and China came out there, it hadn't been seen before. She was very integral to DX at that time. There's no reason that Tamina can't be the same way.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Yeah, and for sure, I just need her to do a little cardio though, because she gets winded, man.
Yeah.
And if you're about to try to have a title run, or you're going to be like a heavy, I'm gonna need you to be able to go the distance on a match.
Yeah, she needs to step that up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't tease me, Roeville Times, with AJ Lee's return. I pray for that every night, and yet my prayers go unanswered to the wrestling gods.
Do you pray for it every night?
To the wrestling gods.
And I dream about the time I touch Roman Reigns' bicep every night.
Why you gotta be talking about all that right there? K-Yoon!
K-Yoon in the house!
Oh, you got that super chat. Hold on, K-Yoon. I see you, brother. CM Punk stay hate on Eddie, bro. It'd be killing me. Sure,
but he's not the only one, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a long line of them. So
people cannot take the straight shooter.
I honestly don't think I would like CM Punk in real life either. Like,
well, he's from Chi-Town. They're a little rough too.
That's what I'm saying. Both of their personalities, because I'm a little rough around the edges, if you can't tell. I feel like I could really get with them, but I could also probably really get into it with them. Like, I don't know. Like, you know.
She could. She'd be throwing hands, y'all. Did y'all know? We talked about it.
That's not true. That's not true. You have another super chat.
We're going to get that super chat right now. Thank you, K-Yoon. We appreciate you. The biggest single super chat of the evening.
And you about to get 2 claps and a Ric Flair right now. You ready? Come on.
Woo! Oh. And you got that hit right there.
I was going to hit myself.
That's what that super chat got.
You to hit me.
Okay, my bad.
Thank you. Super chat champion.
Okay, the 3 Diglets. Man, the Queen of Spades. I'm going to put a little extra hot sauce, a little pepper tea on this one. The Queen of Spades will do what Ronda failed to do with Liv Morgan, and that is have an actual wrestling match. Yeah. That match will help redeem Liv. Cody winning the Rumble, adrenaline in my soul.
Yes. I see Cody winning the Rumble as well. I really think that I feel like no matter who comes in, I feel like he'll win the Rumble. And I hope that that's true. Shayna has not thus far shown us that she knows how to make other people look strong. And she hasn't really shown me that she knows how to put on a great match. Even when they first brought her up and she just kept putting everyone to sleep and then she would do it, they're just sitting there waiting for the cage to open. I thought that was awful. That was so awful. It was stupid.
You saw that kick to the face she did to Liv.
Right, I did see the kick that she did to Liv, and so what I'm saying is I'm really hoping that you're right. Like, my hope is that you're right. This is going to be a good back and forth match. Liv is going to do what she needs to do, study under somebody else who has MMA, know how to get out of, and actually watch Shayna Baszler's YouTube. She actually shows you how to counter most of the stuff she does on her channel. But do what you need to do so that you actually are up to par with her. Yeah. And I do hope that Shayna actually has a match and does redeem her. Because Ronda, for sure, that just was not a good rivalry at all.
Well, I'll tell you, you got the biggest super chat of the night, so I'm going to go all in on I agree with everything you just said. You can do no wrong in my eyes. Okay? But no, legitimately, I can see Cody winning it. I tell you what, because I don't know. I know that McMahon was all about the part-timers. I don't know if Triple H is all about the part-timers.
Right.
We all know that John Cena is a draw, period, point blank. My man just popped in, did a little spot on Raw. Segment went through the roof, even with our reaction, through the roof. I can almost see Cena coming in, and at the end, it just coming down to Cena and Cody.
Yeah, and the thing is that Cody's first appearance was huge, right? I mean, because everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's really here. And then his emotional, speech and everything.
Emotional damage.
But he didn't really bring in the views like Roman did. Like
he brought in
some views, but he didn't bring in views on our channel to the level of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
No.
So I thought his momentum, I'm saying, started up here and then was like doing this.
It did.
Whereas
except when he tore that pec, though.
Right. So I think maybe after that, the level of respect people have for him now, coming back, maybe he'll come back up here and stay up here. Because Roman Reigns, since he's come back, there's been none of this. There's no dip. If you look at our first top 5 videos of all time most watched, the first 4 of them are Roman Reigns.
Yeah. So I think Cody needs that Cena moment to solidify him as a true contender, a true champion. And then Cena gives him that bow. They go to war.
Mm-hmm. And actually, Alexa Bliss being possessed was also in the top 5. So even though people are like, we don't necessarily want to see that, people wanted to see that.
Yeah, they did.
She got views always.
The 3 Diglets. Come on. We appreciate you more than you know.
And we really hope you're right.
We do. I saw another one right there. Aaron Drew, there you are. How are you, buddy?
Drew, welcome.
What up, A&B fam? Heart right here. And I think Cody returns and wins the Rumble, sending peace and love to everyone. First of all, you just spread a little bit of just some love, and I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
Your super chat is green. Get that money. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's very possible. I do, however, want to see him go to war. Cody, one thing we can all agree on with Cody is my man is cut from a different cloth. He's a different school of wrestler. The Rhodes family, they're a different school. Mm-hmm. I think whoever is going to be his last opponent is somebody that he is wanting to really go to war with. Like I said, just like with Liv and Shayna, solidify the fact that I'm here for business. I'm here to get that strap, which is what Cody wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it would be a Cena moment. I really do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron Drew, for that super chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know who wouldn't want to see Tamina in the Bloodline. I mean, I'm just saying.
For sure.
Roland, you missed it, but we will simply say our reaction to Hit Row is coming up.
It sure is.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
But we were thrilled.
Yes.
Yes. Hit us up on the IG, Darian. Make sure. So absolutely. So we're going to end it with that.
Arcel World, you're coming in as we're going off. Oh my gosh. But thank you for stopping it.
Hit that like button.
Yes.
Please hit that like button. It helps to recommend us to other YouTube people in the YouTube universe. And we thank you and appreciate you. It's okay, Arcel World. We appreciate you. Ken terminates DQ.
Hi.
How are you?
But also bye. But we hope to see you guys back in here when we go live again next week.
Yes.
So appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us. You don't even know.
We have a few more videos that we're going to be dropping. We got to finish the editing because we got a busy week ahead of us. So watch out for that. Notification, at least 3 more videos are going to drop. So watch out for that.
Yes.
Thank you all so very, very much. Thank you to the 3 Diglets, our super chat champion, baby! To everybody that super chatted for showing your love and support to us like you do. I keep saying it. I will continue to say it. We do not take it for granted at all. Thank you for showing the love and support that you do for us. And on behalf of Bone Crusher, I don't know where she went.
She's on the floor.
Where did Bone Crusher
knocked
go?
out.
Is she asleep?
She's asleep.
All right, I guess that's it. Please come back for some more A&B combos.
Wrestling edition.
Thank y'all for hanging out for Sunday nights or Saturday night's live event on Sunday. There you go. Thank you guys. We love you guys. And I think that's it.
That's it.
We will bid you
adieu.
good night. Thank you.
Good night.